Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to be doing a video which a lot of you guys have been asking for since I did, I think it was like a haul video. It was either a haul video or like some kind of first impressions video where I used one of the Morphe liquid lipsticks. I asked if you guys wanted to see a full video about Morphe, whether I think it's worth the hype, and you know, kind of giving you guys my honest opinion of the brand and the products and stuff. So that's what I'm going to be doing in today's video. I'm going to be talking about the liquid lipsticks, the eyeshadow palettes, the brushes, and the company, like as a general. And I just want to throw this out there before I start this video. I do not have any sort of affiliates with Morphe. I don't have an affiliate code. Morphe don't send me stuff, like they literally don't know who I am. But not that I have anything against that at all. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't realise that there are so many other kind of like brands that do affiliates with people, but for some reason like Morphe gets called out. I don't know, I feel like I don't see anything bad, like me personally. Well, I guess because I'm a YouTuber myself, I don't really see the issue with people having like affiliate codes and stuff, as long as they disclose that they are affiliate codes, if you know what I mean. Like, I personally have some affiliate codes with some companies, but whenever I mention them, I will kind of like tell you guys what they are and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's a very common thing in the YouTube community, but Morphe just gets like dragged for it. So I'm gonna actually start with the liquid lipsticks just because I have nothing on my lips right now, just because I wanted to apply one of them to show you guys what the formula is like and everything, so that you know that I'm not lying. So I have a bunch of shades of Morphe's liquid lipsticks which have literally like just launched in the UK on Beauty Bay. If you're on the UK, you can get Morphe stuff off of Beauty Bay and Cult Beauty. Those are the only two like official websites that I know. There might be more, I don't know. But yeah, these have just kind of like dropped on Beauty Bay. Beauty Bay did actually send me these, but it was through Beauty Bay, like not through Morphe, if that makes sense. But obviously, like, that does not change my opinion in the slightest. If something sucks, I'm gonna tell you. But I mentioned these in my favourites. I absolutely love the formula of these liquid lipsticks. I just think they are so great. They really remind me of the Ofra liquid lipsticks, and I think in the UK these are £10.50. I don't know how new they are in America, but this shade Virgin is literally like one of my favourite liquid lipsticks of all time. And I'm just going to show you guys how it applies. Firstly, they have a really nice smell. Well, I really like the smell anyway. It's got a slight kind of subtle sweet smell to it. And this is a nude, like quite a pale nude, so just have a look at the formula. Do you see that was just one swipe? Okay, so hopefully you could see that went on so smoothly. I could literally do my whole lips without having to even dip back into it. It really picks up like a nice amount of formula onto the brush, and then when you put it on, like, it doesn't go streaky or anything. And yeah, I was just really impressed with these. They do also dry down to be like fully matte. It's pretty much nearly dry already. I'm just going to give it a couple more seconds because it is still a little bit wet. By the way, I also just want to point out, I am aware that my top does not match my makeup because my makeup is pink, my top is red, but I filmed 4 videos today and I can't be bothered to change, so I just left it. Okay, so as you can see, it's now fully dried. Doing a kiss test on my hands, it doesn't transfer, but at the same time, I don't know how well you can tell, I can fully move my lips. Well, this is going to make some really attractive screenshots, but what I'm trying to say is I can fully move my lips really comfortably. It doesn't feel like it's dry or cracking or anything. It's not sticky at all. I just think personally for me, this is one of my favourite liquid lipstick formulas that I've actually tried before, which is pretty amazing really, because I've tried a lot of liquid lipsticks and I think their formula for this is really great. So I think when these came out there was a lot of backlash, people saying, oh, they're not actually good, it's just because big American YouTubers were like promoting them to use their affiliate codes. But honestly, like, I'm telling you guys now, you guys know if you subscribe to my channel that I am real with you guys, and these are really good. Like I said, they're £10.50, so they're a little bit more expensive than drugstore, but at the same time they're not like as expensive as, you know, like Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks or something like that. So I think they are really good, and if you haven't tried them, I would honestly recommend it. This one is in the shade Virgin, which I absolutely love. I'm just going to swatch the other colours that I have just to show you guys an indication. Like, I just literally did like one swipe on my hand. They could just go on so nicely. They're so smooth. So these are the shades Virgin, Sasha, and Jealousy. So Virgin is the palest nude that I have. I think they do a lighter nude than this one. And then this one is more kind of purpley, and this one is more of a kind of like berry nude, like a deeper nude, which would obviously be better for like deeper skin tones. So I probably could have swatched these a little bit neater, but here are the colours. I feel like on my hand, the last one is looking really red. Honestly, it's just because I'm really pale. And then I also have the shades Kamikaze, which is a bright purple. I have the shade Mood, which I used in a video recently and absolutely loved. This one is a really deep kind of like vampy berry colour. And then the bright red is just called Morphe, I guess because the logo is red and this is a kind of similar colour. Oh! I just got that all over my finger. It won't go back in, it's like really springing up. That's great. Now I've got it all over my hands. And I have nothing to wipe on. Please excuse the fact that I just wiped the excess on my hand. But those are what those ones look like. And all the formulas were pretty much identical feeling. Ah! I dropped no controller. So in terms of the liquid lipsticks, do I think they're worth the hype? 100%. I would give them a 9.5 out of 10. So I'm then going to talk about the brushes, and then at the end I will talk about the palettes. So I feel like the brushes have got a lot of controversy recently, or controversy, however you want to say that word. And I have 4 brushes myself. They're all face brushes. I haven't tried any of the eye brushes, but I definitely want to, and I might do like a first impression video if I do try some of the eye brushes, just because I'm really interested in them. I know that Jaclyn Hill has like 6 Morphe blending brushes, and I literally like swear by Jaclyn Hill, so I'm quite surprised that I haven't tried any already. But I'm pretty sure Manny and Jaclyn were the reason that I picked out these particular brushes. I have the M557, which is a contour brush. I have the M501, which is a really popular highlighter brush. I have a M438, which is another kind of like pointed, slightly bigger highlighter brush. And then I have a M529, which is more of like a contour brush. And the ones that I've definitely used the most are the M501 and the M557. I've used these a lot and I've washed them quite a lot as well. And one thing that I have definitely found with these is they do shed quite a lot. I think they're made of natural bristles. Actually, to be honest, I'm not sure what they're made of. I'm not sure if it's synthetic or natural. But yes, I have found that these shred, and they are also quite coarse. Like this black contour brush especially, it is quite a coarse little brush. However, that really doesn't affect the performance of them. I think these brushes are relatively cheap, but honestly, I think they do such a good job. I used to absolutely swear by this Morphe M557 for contouring because it's such a tiny little like chiseled contour brush. The main reason I stopped using it is because it was giving me like quite a harsh line, whereas now I like to use like a bigger brush and just kind of like bronze up my whole face. But if I do want to do something that is like really chiseled and precise, then I will use this one, and I have to say it does a really great job if you want to really like hollow out your cheekbones. And it does the job really well. I've had this for about a year now, and obviously it's still got like loads of bristles. It hasn't shed like an excessive amount, but I have definitely noticed that it does shed. Like both of these brushes do shed, and my Morphe M501 is starting to look a little bit raggedy right now. Like, I'm just gonna give you guys some close-ups. Okay, I don't know if you can see here. These are the 2 brushes up close. I don't know if you can see the kind of hairs that are starting to sprout out from my M501. So do they shed? Yes, they do shed. But do they do the job well? Yes, they do the job well as well. Honestly, like, I think the Real Techniques brushes, the Spectrum brushes, they are amazing as well. I'm not too sure what it is, but there's just something about this one which I just really like. I like the shape of it, and I like how it disperses the product. Like, I feel like this is a really good one for highlighting, but I do prefer my Zoeva Luxe Powder Fusion brush for highlighting. But then on the other hand, these 2 brushes, I feel like they don't shed as much, especially this one. This is the M438. This one is a lot softer. It doesn't feel as coarse, and this one I've noticed hasn't shed at all. So I feel like it really depends on what the brushes are made of. Some of the Morphe brushes are like white like this, some of them are black and coarse, and some of them are black and soft like this one, and I think they have like a lot of other different brush fibers as well. So it's kind of confusing. Like, I can see why some people might have just tried one Morphe brush and been like, well, this is shit, like it shedded loads. And then people have tried other Morphe brushes and they might have just tried one of the really, really soft ones. So yeah, it is a bit confusing how they make all of their brushes out of different fibers, because I feel like, you know, like with Spectrum or with Real Techniques, they're all the same softness, if that makes sense. So are the brushes worth the hype? It's kind of like a mixed bag. It's kind of difficult to tell. I would just go by the ones that people recommend to you. And then finally, I'm sure you guys have all been waiting to hear about the palettes. So I have the Morphe 35C palette. I got this on Beauty Bay quite a long time ago now, actually. I think it was at least a year ago. When I bought this, it was £15. Now I feel like all of the UK retailers, because Morphe has got so much more popular, they've upped their prices. I think Morphe palettes are now between like £20 and £25, which is really annoying. But this is the 35C. They're all matte colours, and I know that some people also kind of debate on the quality of the Morphe eyeshadow palettes as well, but this one is really good. I absolutely love it. I think for the price that I paid for it, even for £20, I think it's amazing. It's such a versatile palette. The reason I got this one is because it has a bunch of like orangey warm shades, which I really like, but then it also has like fun shades, and it's got white and black, and it's got transition shades. There's pretty much everything I needed in this one, apart from shimmers, obviously. Yeah, I do have a couple of tutorials where I've used this. I'll try and insert them in the cards. But yeah, I honestly think this palette is great. Like, the pigmentation is really nice. The colours blend really nicely, and I think for the price, like, it's just overall a really good palette. They're not the type of colours that you put on and then they just blend out into nothing. Like, they genuinely do have a good pop. I've run out of space in my hand, so I'm just going to swatch them on the palm of my hand. Probably a terrible place to swatch them. But there we go. There are some of the shades swatched. The only thing that I don't like about it is it's so freaking big that I can never take this travelling with me, just because, like, I cannot fit this in my handbag. And then something which might get a little bit of, I don't know, why am I doing this? Something which I wasn't quite sure whether to mention or not is, I know there has been some drama about Morphe buying their palettes from like wholesalers and then just putting their name on them. I do actually have a 35O palette. It has the exact same sticker as the 35C does. It's in the exact same packaging. It has the exact same size pan, the exact same layout, but it doesn't have Morphe on the front. I got this one on eBay, and I've seen them all over kind of like AliExpress. Just plain 35O palettes with no Morphe branding on them. And looking at swatches of this versus the real one, and also the quality of this palette is insane. Like, the shimmer colours are gorgeous. The matte colours feel exactly the same as the matte colours do in my 35C. So I don't know, I'm a little bit confused. So I've just tried to swatch some of the colours there. Like, they are absolutely gorgeous. Honestly, the shimmer shades are beautiful. And I'm really sorry I don't have a link for this anymore, because I think the seller is actually now like non-existent, which is a bit dodgy. Whether or not you want to do that, that's up to you. Obviously, I would suggest buying from the actual Morphe brand. I just bought this at the time because the 350 or 35O or whatever was completely sold out everywhere, and I just wanted to see whether this was decent, and it actually turned out it was really good. So in terms of the drama around the eyeshadow palettes, do I think that they're good quality? Yes, I think they're really good value for money, actually. I prefer my Morphe palette over my like Urban Decay palette. I feel like I'm so out of breath now. In the UK, you can get them from Cult Beauty and Beauty Bay, and I will leave some links in the description box. So overall, Morphe as a brand, do I think it is worth the hype? Do I think that they are a good brand? Yeah. Coming from little me, who, I don't know, I love my drugstore makeup, but after having tried Morphe, like, I genuinely think they're really good. And I'm not trying to kiss their arse, like, I couldn't really care less what Morphe thinks of me. I just want to, you know, give a real talk with you guys, because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like there's been a lot of unnecessary hate about Morphe and the influencers that promote Morphe, so I thought that I would give like an outsider's view from somebody that isn't kind of like affiliated with Morphe in any way. I thought this might be helpful, so hopefully it's helped you out if you are thinking of buying some of their products. So that is it from me. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I feel like I just blinked really hard. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, if you are new here to my channel, I upload on Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and I do a lot of like drugstore related videos, reviews, worth the hype videos, first impression videos, all that kind of thing. So if you aren't already subscribed, I would love it if you press the little button down below, and also turn my notifications on. Also, if you are interested, I do have a second channel which is called sophdoesvlogs, and all of my social medias are sophdoesnails. Okay, so I hope you guys are having a lovely day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!